2nd of December 2010 marks 60 years of when United Nations General Assembly adopted Resolution 390. To any politically conscious Eritrean youth, Resolution 390 represents a huge turning point in Eritrea's history. By adopting this resolution, the United Nations had ignored Eritrea's desire and right to independence. Despite the clear demand for independence by the people of Eritrea, the United Nations adopted the US-sponsored Federal Act joining Eritrea to neighboring Ethiopia in what was a bogus federation that eventually led to the complete annexation of Eritrea to Ethiopia in 1962. What pursued was a 30-year-long armed struggle that witnessed the killing of tens of thousands of Eritreans. It was through the dedication and sacrifice of Eritrea's youth that makes Eritrea the independent country it is today. It was through the sacrifices of our martyrs that the consequences of the United Nations Resolution 390 were finally reversed.
نبقينو مكيتو نبقينو سعيرو نبقينو تحتيرو نبقينو حقيرو قينا أمر شالو تمثال قمل قوينو توم بحال تمو زبالو نبقلو نكما بكال على مرسال دخورخت عدمي تقويت كونا نتشبيت كونا تنتو عبودا قد بجا حريات كتيتو روحو في كويو سلام تقنيتو.
Today's generation of Eritrean youth have a different United Nations resolution to worry about. Last year, 23rd of December 2009, the UN Security Council adopted Resolution 1907, imposing sanctions on Eritrea on the basis of unsubstantiated allegations. Knowing that it was exactly today, 60 years ago, that the United Nations passed an ill-advised, unjust resolution on Eritrea, and that unjust sanctions imposed on Eritrea last year has yet to be annulled, it's easy to imagine a young person today asking the question, is history repeating itself? One cannot go back and change history, but one can always play a role in changing the future so that history does not repeat itself. It's pivotal that the Eritrean youth and their friends from around the world call for the unconditional lifting of the unjust sanctions against Eritrea. Resolution 1907 imposes sanctions on Eritrea on the basis of unsubstantiated allegations. Eritrea's support to Somalia insurgents, Eritrea's failure to comply with the Security Council request to resolve a border dispute with Djibouti. The resolution is based on unsubstantiated allegations and charges that are proven to be untrue and have therefore no legal ground. Eritrea has vehemently denied the allegations, and its consistent request for evidence has been ignored by the UN Security Council. Moreover, the border dispute with Djibouti is a fabrication which has only been added to Resolution 1907 to justify the sanctions. This politically motivated resolution is thus another attempt against Eritrea's freedom and sovereignty. Accordingly, the National Union of Eritrean Youth and Students calls on the unconditional lifting of the unjust sanctions against Eritrea. Moreover, National Union of Eritrean Youth and Students calls on all Eritrean youth and friends of Eritrean youth around the world to play their part in the Worldwide Action Month for Eritrea. 30 days, 20th of November to 20th of December 2010, Eritreans and Friends of Eritreans are taking part in the Worldwide Action Month for Eritrea. The 30 Days of Action for Eritrea is part of the Eritrean Sanctions Must Be Annulled and Repealed Today campaign to have the illegal and unfair, unjust sanctions annulled and repealed. There is no evidence to support the United Nations Security Council's allegations against Eritrea, and the sanctions violate Eritrea's right to self-determination and self-defense, both of which are enshrined in the UN Charter. For more information on how you may participate in the Worldwide Action Month for Eritrea, please visit eritreacompass.com, where you will find all the necessary documents. From there, print it, sign it, and send it. Also visit nuyseritrea.wordpress.com. And for the headquarters of the eSmart campaign, visit www.eritrean-smart.org. Victory to the Eritrean youth movement, as it won't let history repeat itself. Victory to the masses. Foreign Affairs Department, National Union of Eritrean Youth and Students.